This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in Las Vegas. Delighted as always to be joined by the takeover himself,
Yes.
Mr. Teofimo Lopez. How are you first, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I'm blessed and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for today. You know, it's a blessing to be here today as well as for all of us. You know, I'm grateful to be here as well. You know, I'm very gracious with it and it's just a blessing overall, man. I'm really just at this point now just trying to do better. Do better, not for myself. You know, I feel like I'm already at that. We never graduate, though. However, I want to do better for the new generation and to set that image out for them.
It's been, is it been a frustrating period over the last couple of weeks for you up until today, where obviously we found out the news that your fight with Cambosis will be put on Dazn with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. But has that, prior to today, has it been a frustrating 2 or 3 week period?
No, not at all. To be honest, I always feel like everything happens for its reasons, but God's timing is perfect. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of people were talking down about my what I stand for, like the takeover and so many other things. You know, but things happened the way they did. You know, and things were being pushed, and I was getting punished. You know, and it's okay. You know, because I took the time to take a step back and kind of rekindle with myself. You know, as a human and as a being, and just trying to love myself again. You know, I feel like I lost that trying to love everybody else. And now I'm able to love everyone and me at the same time. So it's honestly, I think Triller, I thank all the promoters, I thank boxing and what they were trying to do to me, because you guys just made Teofimo become from an undisputed champion to a double greatness. You know, and that's really what it is. You know, we saw the GOAT of Muhammad Ali, and the only way that this is possible and these things are able to happen now is by me backing it up come November and with Dazn.
Teofimo, I've got to ask, from the outside perspective, it looked like the whole Triller situation was just a huge mess. Is that a fair comment to make, that situation over the last sort of 3 or 4 months has been a mess?
Yeah, for sure, it's been a mess, you know, just like anything, you know, some days are just more cloudy than others, you know. You know, some days there's just a lot more rain, and it's all about trying to turn that into a positive, right? You know, I was in the rain, I was in the clouds, but I was dancing the whole time, because in reality, why am I gonna bring myself down? You know, why am I gonna weigh on that? You know, I've always been good. Why? Because God is never gonna put any of us in a situation that we can't get out of. You know, but it takes the ones that are willing to go through it to really get the blessings from it. You know, and I think that's really it. You know, I think my message out there now is just like, be patient. You know, time is patience, and time will tell all, and time will always right the wrongs. So now is my time. You know, I've been ready. I've been in the gym. You know, I stay in the gym. I love it. You know, and I was able to keep that going. I took care of my body after getting COVID, because I know, and I took care of my mental health, because I know a lot of people that have gotten COVID, they're not mentally there anymore, you know, or they're not mentally okay, you know, in a depressive way. You know, I'm trying to evolve and be better. And that's just everything in life, like the tree of life, you know, or we can even talk about different things, you know. What is the difference between a flower and a weed is judgment, you know? And, you know, there's things that look beautiful right now, especially on social media, but it's ugly. You know, a weed may look ugly and it's all scruffy and stuff, right? But it's growing and it never stops. So I feel like that's the way of life, you know. I think I got to really humble myself in that way. God set me down. I've always been humble, you know, but I feel like I needed to be humble in myself. You know, I was always humble around a lot of people, but I needed to be humble within myself, you know. And I got to that point now. Yeah, I'm very happy, man. I'm so thankful. And I got my little boy on the way, you know, and that's going to be my biggest blessing, you know, my biggest gift. You know, when we have a child, you know, if we're even lucky to have that, right? Because some are not. And, you know, it's just that, like, just to have that is going to be the greatest gift that I could get from everything I've been through thus far.
I've just had my first one.
Oh, my goodness. See, look at that.
She's 8 months.
Whoa, she is gorgeous. That is beautiful. See, and I feel like that's God's way of just giving us that blessing, like, and a second chance that we get to do on them. We get to have that second chance to maybe the things that we did wrong, and throw it to them where they do right. We get to have a second chance on living life. And it's blessings, man. And I know that. That's why when I see my son, like the things I went through with my father and my mother, and the things that I saw at a young age, like he's not gonna see that. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna give him something that I always wanted. Maybe in myself as a kid. Because I'm still a young man. I'm 24, and in reality, I'm still a kid. We all kids. In God's eyes, we all are children. So I look at everybody like that, and that's an angel sent from heaven, man, and that's a blessing. I can't wait to carry my own. My boy, when I hug him, I give him all this love that I got built in me, and just the same way I give all my love and everything that's built in me in boxing. I love this. Like I gave blood to my sport at 6 years old. At 6 years old, it's in my veins, it's in my body, it's in my soul, it's in my mind, it's in my passion. It's in everything. Blood, sweat, and tears. And it's all about just reshaping my sport, redoing it in a better way, because right now it is lost. My sport of boxing is lost right now. I know if the greats were still here around, if they were still living, they would be so disappointed at how we've treated the sport lately. There's no respect in it. We're having people treated like a circus and treated like certain things, when they've died for this sport. We've all died for this sport. So my whole thing is really like I just want people to appreciate the belts more, appreciate their life more, appreciate being them more rather than being someone else, because it's easy. What's the saying that we get? What's the motto in this era? Fake it till you make it. So when they make it, they're fake. I don't fake it till I make it. I take it. That's why we call it the takeover. There's no faking us. I'm always gonna be honest, but I'm always gonna be vigilant and versatile, and I'm always going to be aware of my surroundings and always be humble what I say, because people use that against me at times, and it's all about just saying the right things.
Teofimo, let me ask you, in hindsight, do you regret any decisions you've made career-wise in the last 2 or 3 months? I know the answer to this, I know what you're going to say, but I have to ask you, do you have any regrets over decisions you've made?
My only regret is I don't know how great I am. That's the only regret I really have. I don't know how great I am. That's all. Other than that, I have no regrets. I don't hold that. I don't have no hate in my heart. I forgive everyone. I forgive the things that people have done that I know of, that I know of, and I will keep it to myself because that's the best way to do it. And I use it like a grain of salt, I take it like a grain of salt, and I just, salt bay it.
I asked Bob Arum earlier to describe his current relationship with you, and he said it was better than ever. Can you echo that with Bob? That's what he said to me.
Yeah, of course. He kind of like, he gave me a pound on the chin, but it's all good, I look at it like this. At the end, we're partners now. It's the contract that I signed with Top Rank wasn't with Top Rank. It was partnership with ESPN, with my takeover promotions. So we're all partners now. So it's a relationship that everyone has to now understand. I've always treated myself as a stock. I've treated myself as a businessman, because even at a young age, I had to see that. So it's more than that. Like certain people took certain things that I would do and say, and like my father, I would have to back him up because my father. Only man that I really do respect on any level that he crosses, I gotta respect him. He's my father. Certain people took that as personal, and did personal things to us. But I take, like I said, like Salt Bay, a grain of salt, and just smile with it, because look what it turned out to be. At 23 years young, I did a contract with ESPN, with Disney, with my promotion company, Takeover Promotions. And with this money that I'm about to get also from Triller, on top of the Dazn, on top of the amount of viewerships and the sponsorships and the endorsements, I'm going to take advantage of all that and invest it on my company, on Takeover Promotions, get the guys that I need to get, and get the fighters that I want to get, because I'm going to have my promotion be an A-class team, So, and I got to be the one to watch. I'm not going to have a whole bunch of fighters and I see the styles. I'm going to be like, no, you either got it or you don't. I'm going to be clear with you. You either got it or you don't, And it's all about just helping them, giving them takeover one-on-one classes. You know, I don't want them to be like me. I want them to be better than me. You know, so I'm going to teach them at a young age also to give them the advice on how to be their own person, how to be their own stock, how to be their own businessman. You know, at the same time, when you go with takeover promotions, I'm going to be taking care of them at the same time. I'm not saying none of the promoters do. They do. I'm just going to do a little bit extra in it. You know, giving them classes. Literally giving them classes on how to do certain things. How do you, when the camera is on, you don't say, like, ask me right here and tell me, how am I doing? And this is what they say. I'm good. You know, like, boring. How was camp? It was the best camp I had. Oh, yeah, it's like pulling teeth. You know, you can't be pulling teeth, you know, with these fighters. And if you're an entertainer, you know, you can't look at yourself like, I'm undefeated. I got these chains, and I think I'm better than everybody. I'm gonna treat it like that, and I'm Mayweather. It makes me laugh. I get a crack out of it because I'm like, bro, no matter how many times we all try, there's only one Mayweather, right? Because I gotta say Mayweather. Why? Because everyone wants to be like him. They want to make $100 million a fight. They want to do this. They want to do that. But it took Floyd almost 13, 14, 15 years professionally to finally become a $100 million man? And you're thinking that you're going to become a $100 million man after having 6-0, 6 fights and all that? No, it takes time. Just like everything.
You're going to be now working with Matchroom, Eddie Hearn and Dazn. They will put on your fight. So you excited about that?
Very excited. I'm very excited to work with different platforms. I'm very excited. I'm thankful. I really am. I'm very thankful. Gratitude. Gratitude is my best friend. Gratitude is everything in life. And just being with the Zone and doing all those things is a blessing because I at least get to have that relationship with them. It's an open door now where I'm going to do my part, and that's always to take over and to entertain. And then I get to go back with my home, with ESPN and with Disney, you know, with Mickey Mouse, you know what I mean? And get to have that relationship again and feel back at ease, you know? And then we go back to, you know, who knows in the near future what holds. But then I had a good relationship, and I didn't burn no bridges, you know? You know, and it's like that. It's like that in life, you know? I never did wrong to anyone. All I ever did was just be real. You know, and that's all you're going to get from me.
Have you been given a potential date and where this fight could take place as well?
We spoke with Madison Square Garden today. You know, I actually sat down with them. I spoke with Joe Fisher, one of the executives, and a great friend of mine and a great friend of all, you know. So I felt like it was great to talk to him, you know, and with Sal as well. Just a few guys, man, from Madison Square Garden. They're here today, and we were able to chat down. I was in the gym at the time, and we're talking about sometime in November. You know, they spoke with Dazn and with Eddie, and it's all about hopefully maybe November 13th or 12th, you know, on that Saturday of the week after Canelo is what we're thinking about.
I've seen some of your comments on Cambosis, and they're quite brutal, what you've been saying that you will do to Cambosis.
Well, he shouldn't have screamed at my mother. You know what I mean? You think anybody would scream at my mother here? I'll fuck him up. That's for real. I wouldn't hold back on that. And the thing with me is, like, if I start hitting you and I see blood, I want to keep going. Like, I'm crazy like that. Like, I won't stop. Like, I won't stop. And people will try to pull me off, and I won't stop. But I won't do that here. You know what I mean? People understand. You got to respect my family. You know, people started stepping on my toes. You know what I mean? I ain't never step on nobody's toes. There's a fine line that I always go through. Business and then personal, right? Business is business. We could talk about each other. And I gave these guys a chance. I let them know, hey, listen, I know you guys are going to tell them to hype it up and do this and do that, but do not talk about my family. But when Teofimo got sick and got COVID, they started screaming at my fucking team while I was in fucking Vegas, excuse my language. And they were in Miami, and people started treating my whole team like shit. Oh, I got everybody on my list, and I'm gonna break this guy's neck. I'm not gonna kill him because he has kids. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna hurt him so bad because I can't hurt everybody in here, but I could hurt the guy that's in that ring with me. And that's what's gonna happen that night. He pulled out of this fight with Triller. That is why it felt off. I was willing to give him an extra $380,000 from my check. And he said no. you fucked up. You fucked up. I gave you a chance, and now you gotta. This is your bed. Now you gotta lay in it, and that's a bed of nails. It's not gonna feel nice, at all, because I have a lot of fire in me, and I'm ready to burn. I'm ready to burn that ring, burn that fighter, burn it all, because I got a lot of. I'm always patient. I lean back, take my time. People talk they shit, but what are they doing with their life? I'm 24 years old, did a contract deal with ESPN, partners with the Top Rank, a promotional company that's been in the game since the 1950s or 40s. At 23 years young, I did that. That was my Jordan year. This is my Kobe year. You know what that is? Mamba mentality. Trust me. What did Kobe say? He used to listen to Michael Myers before he got to a game. That's the same mentality I got. Yeah, we coming to slice and dice and chop everybody, one at a time. Put them in front of me, line them up together, and I will get them all at once, with one punch. I've been sparring, and I'm taking it light with my guys, and I'm dropping them. And I'm taking the time. I'm taking my time with it. I've evolved in a whole nother standpoint. Josh Taylor's gonna get it. Javante Davis, if he stops being a bitch. All these guys that I keep talking about it, they all gonna get it.
Lomachenko?
All of them. Loma, for what? I beat him. I beat the man at his own game. I became undisputed. I beat him unanimously. You know what I'm saying? And I had a torn ligament on my right foot. I had a TFFC, a torn on my wrist. I had shoulder problems too. When we go into a fight, we ain't 100%. I bet you majority of these fighters right now and going into this fight, I bet you none of them are 100% going into this fight. They all go through injuries. All of them. It's the way of life. Look at NBA. Look at the basketball players. They all go through it. You know what happened with this sport? All these fighters ended up becoming soft. Like bitches. They get cut. I'm cut. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't see. I got blood in my eye. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just me. That's how I am. I ain't disrespect nobody, but now I got to the point now, it's like, man, y'all stepped on my toes. So now that y'all just got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Teofimo, there's other media that wants to interview. We've got one more question. I know. But Josh Taylor, a definite possibility for next year.
He's scared, bro. Like, he's scared. Who wouldn't be scared of me? Shit. At times I look at myself in my mirror, I'm like, damn, you a scary motherfucker. You scary. Because the way I think is like, damn, you scary. You got no limit. You don't care. Like, I don't give a F about it all. Because at the end of the day, I know where I'm headed. I know where I'm going. And overall, I know what I'm trying to do in this world. I know what I'm trying to do in my sport. They try to flip it around. They try to do this and do that. Like, you cannot make millions and millions and millions of dollars without putting the work in. Like, that's the mentality. You got to put a lot of work in. I didn't have to train so hard right now. I didn't have to do it. I could have been, just crying or sitting on my...
Sorry. My camera played up. Listen, I appreciate your time, as always. Have you got anything else you'd like to say before we finish, you fridge freezer?
Yes, the fridge freezer, Teofimo, the takeover. Hey, to everyone in the UK, everyone, I love you all, man. Much love, much success to each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for supporting my sport and loving it the way you guys do, just like me, with passion, with integrity, and with just a lot of love, man. And that's all it's about, just loving to see this, And I love you guys for it. And I can't wait to host a fight over there in the UK and just give you guys the same thing that you guys give to all of us, and that's support,
Quick prediction on Fury Wilder?
Fury Wilder, I got the fans, man. I got the UK fans. I got the world fans, man. I feel like everybody's gonna win this fight. It's gonna be good to see. After we saw Usyk and AJ, I think this will be a great turnaround for the heavyweight division, and then we get to see who's gonna face what, and become undisputed in the heavyweight division next year. Hopefully, we make that happen for them, man. It's great to see the sport of heavyweights back on. And we just need that same thing for all the other guys in my weight division and so on and so forth. So, it's all about that. This is the takeover. Tune into my fight against George Cambosis Jr. It will definitely be in November. We do not have the date yet at the moment, but it'll be on Dazn. And yeah, for everyone, man, much love, much success. When you guys having a hard day, just think of it as a character building day. That's how I look at it. So stay positive always. Every negative that you get, turn it into a positive. That's the way of life.
Mr. Lopez, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. We'll definitely see you in November.
Let's go, baby. I want to get out of here already. You know what I'm saying?
Top man. Good man. Thank you very much.